breaking news now. We're getting you images of the Russian tanks in Ukraine with a flag of the USSR as a symbol of their dominance. There are visuals coming on your screen here of the Russian tanks making its way to Ukraine. Now, these visuals are inside the territory of Ukraine right now, and we're getting to visuals of them waving the symbolic flag of the USSR, which comprised of the erstwhile the Soviet states. What's in Vladimir Putin's mind? Well, you can clearly see the symbolic flag there of the former USSR here, and you can just see the visuals once again on your screen. The visuals of the tank, they're entering Ukraine. The flag of the USSR being waved by these tanks. Joining me on the broadcast is my colleague Priyanka to give us more on this. Priyanka, what more can you tell us with the flag being now waved by these tanks?
Well, definitely, Crispino, we have seen these symbolic visuals coming out from Ukraine from the very day that the escalation had taken place. But even now, aggressively, we see this kind of columns of convoys of the Russian army as well, waving the USSR flag. Also goes to tell us that Russia, in fact, is making its way towards Kiev. And we have, in fact, another guest who's joining us, Major General J.B. Jaini. In fact, joins us on the broadcast. Major General, if I could come to you. We have seen how Russia had been deciding this entire offensive from the very beginning towards Kiev. And now we see these kind of visuals in the backdrop of all these diplomatic talks where Russia is waving the USSR flag on the ground in Ukraine.
Yes, as a defense analyst, how I look at it is that Putin never ever wanted to invade, so to say, Ukraine. He never wanted to attack. All he wanted was that Ukraine should not enter the NATO. And he did not want anything new. We just heard the clips of Director Burns, and whatever we've been seeing on the television is basically the Western media propaganda and whatever the Western media is saying. What is happening from the Russian side is very little that is coming out in the public domain. And what information we have is that on the eastern side in the DPR and LPR area, the neo-Nazis, the Ukrainians, are playing hell into the Donetsk people and the civilians of Luhansk, where hundreds are dying there. They're attacking, they're massacring those people. All that is not coming into the news. So Putin never wanted anything new. There was, once Russia was broken down, the USSR broke down into its integral components, it broke down into 14 smaller states. There was a Helsinki Agreement. And in that Helsinki Agreement, the Western powers and the NATO powers agreed that we will not expand NATO eastward. Thereafter, they kept on expanding 2 countries, 4 countries, 3 countries, Ukraine, Croatia, one by one, till it came to 2008 when Putin attacked Crimea. He again then said, because they put sanctions on him, they never listened to him. Then he came down to attacking Georgia and then Crimea. They never listened to him. And since 1998 or 1992, I would say, 14 more countries have been added. The world needs to note that. Which respectable country? I am not for Putin or against the NATO or against Putin. I am a military watcher. If you bring 14 countries with missiles on my doorstep, I am bound to get agitated and then attack.
Well, yes, Major General, a very important point that you're making with respect to these visuals that we are getting in our newsroom now, where the USSR flag is being waved in this convoy of the Russian troops as well, that is also making their way towards Ukraine. Stay on with us, Major General. We will cut on to this 1-minute report and then bring you all the breaking updates.